welcome back to Disappointing Turtle. I am Creed from 433. If you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back, and if this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and like the video so that lots of other people get a chance to watch it. Thank you. Okay, into the good stuff, I guess. So this video gained a lot of traction before I put it out, which is really, really good. And that tells me that it's something that you guys want to hear about, which is brilliant. I've mentioned doing an interview with girls a few times in my videos and how much I really, really wanted to do it. And I hope to do some interviews with some other people too, but I'm just so glad that girls took the time to sit down with me and answer my questions. I might not have asked all the questions that you guys would expect, but I asked as many as I could, and I'm telling you, there was hundreds more that I could have asked. Genuinely. And if girls ever wants to sit down with me again, then I can fire off the other 70 or whatever it is. That being said, this being Disappointing Turtle, I never do things like everybody else does, and I certainly don't do things by halves. So I hope you understand why I have conducted the interview the way that I have, because obviously I want to retain girls' anonymity. I did not think I was going to get that word out. I had to practice it about 70 times before start filming. Oh, what a nightmare. But yes, I hope that I've done it justice. I hope that I've asked the main questions that might be on all of your minds. Absolutely lovely, lovely person. And yeah, just so pleased that I managed to do this interview. There's quite a few of us out there. I mean, call us groupies, whatever you want. Fangirls, fanboys. I hear lots of shit being slung around on the internet. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just other people appreciating how well other people do something. And yeah, I think Girls is an excellent player, does a brilliant job. So let's hear what Girls has got to say. I hope you guys enjoy. This is where I answer all your questions, little bit of banter, psych! Arya Stark is an absolute badass. When you chose your name, did you set out to fill the boots and become the strongest player in GOG, or is it something that just happened?
I started playing 2nd May 2018. At the time, Game of Thrones was a series on TV, and I named my castle after my favourite character. I had no aspiration of anything when I started. I was just bored and passing time. Very early in 2.2.1, there was a strong and crazy Korean player. Her name was Lady Number One. She zeroed in the early days of GOG, and the race was on to see who could control 2.2.1. Needless to say, I won that battle. Girliznoone, the original spelling in 2.2.1, was born.
I love that. It's still one of my favourite series out there. I'm currently on book 4 and it's taken me absolutely forever to get through it. How long did it take you to gain control over Lady Number One? We've all had dicks in the kingdom at one time or another. Was it just a case of outpowering her?
Yes, basically that, and treating the rest of the kingdom fairly so they would join me. I beat her originally by destroying her Korean alliance, letting them know they would never be able to build in 2.2.1 as long as she was there. That helped, turning her people against her, and then ultimately getting so big she knew she could never beat me.
I think treating the kingdom fairly is really important in these situations. It helps to garner support and deal with the situation head on. How long did it take you to sort the situation out, and did she leave the game after? I find rogues tend to bail when they can't troll anymore, but there's always a few persistent ones.
It took a month or two. She left the kingdom. I'm not sure if she played anywhere else.
They usually do. Change the name and up sticks to burn somebody else. So why did you decide to make the switch from K22 to K33?
I didn't really switch. I left the game for a few months at the end of 2019, early 2020. When COVID hit, the world slowed down. I decided to come back to pass the time. I chose K33 to come back to because I wouldn't have to run the kingdom. It was an old and well-established kingdom with strong leadership. I faced Squonk and 3-3 once in KVK, and out of mutual respect, left each other alone. So that, and the in-depth knowledge Squonk has about GOG and the troop formations and strategies, I decided to join them. It was a place that I knew I could fight with. It also allowed me to learn to fight with others. In K221, I soloed everything.
I think COVID was tough for a lot of people, and I definitely saw a rise in people coming back as a way of keeping themselves occupied. And it's also really important to have a team behind you, especially during events. Solo everything puts a responsibility onto one person, and I think that can cause a lot of pressure and take the enjoyment out of the game. I think God communities on a whole are a big part of the game. They can make or break a kingdom. Had or have you played any games like this before, or is GOG the first with this huge community base?
I played World of Warcraft for a number of years, very similar community, and I really enjoyed the game. Its business model was a success, and it was widely considered the greatest online game ever played. GOG will not last nearly as long. It's not bashful about only caring about continuing their revenue grab.
Yeah, WoW has a great community and some really long-standing players. Guilds can last a lifetime. I don't believe, as you said, that GOG has the sustainability to last or even grow to anywhere near that level. Their ever-evolving game, as appealing as it is definitely not about making short-term cash over long-term goals. What has GOG done that, in your opinion, was a bad decision? And on the opposite side, is there anything that you would not want to change? And do you prefer the old mechanics or the new ones?
Virtually all decisions GOG makes are for the benefit of GOG. So as a player, I don't like them. Customer service is a joke, and if you don't take care of your customers, you won't be around for very long. KVK is the only event I wouldn't change. It's the single event that keeps most players, spenders at least, playing. Everything else could go away. I don't think anyone would care. I certainly prefer the old mechanics. The new ones are a virtual rock, paper, scissors game.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Businesses grow by nurturing and tending your consumers and giving them what they need. GOG customer service has become a long running joke in the community for sure, and there never seems to be any attempt to make it better. The whole new guard setup and rock, paper, scissors concept took a lot of skill out of the game, and it upset a lot of players. I saw more people leave around this time than any other, and I think that put a huge strain on the game. To this day, I'm not actually sure that GOG knows how their own game is meant to be played anymore. KVK is definitely the event that keeps people playing, and a lot of people enjoy watching you play. When we've all had all our asses kicked, most people set them up to K33 to see what's going on. You've got a great team over there, and Squonk is a brilliant leader. Is there anyone that isn't in K33 that you'd like to play with?
To be honest, I've played against almost every big kingdom in the game. I've enjoyed and respected them all, save one, 169. So to answer your question, I'd love to play with everyone from every kingdom except K169. But not any one player. But if I could go back in time, I'd love to play with Coco. He was a great player and leader in 229. We had several great battles.
Nice. Okay, you've mentioned it now. How did the 16933 feud come about? You guys get paired a lot in KVK and stuff. The rumour mill thinks that GOG does it on purpose.
The 169G started in 221. We were paired against them, and we were in the Third Kingdom. They came and started a rally in the Third Kingdom, so I pulled and soloed their throne. After resetting them, they left. We were within 1 hour of taking their kingdom, but ran out of time. That was the beginning. Once I came back to GOG and K33, Escher had grown to a size that most couldn't compete with. And with that, Ahmed and the other clowns in 169 were in every chat room telling everyone how great they were. During these discussions, Ahmed made some very racist remarks towards Squonk, and I decided to show the game how easy it was to catch Escher. Once C-45 had landed with its T-13s, it had eliminated any advantage having one big castle used to carry. K-169 now can't conquer anyone without the help of the Third Kingdom in their matchup. The most obvious point of this was when they had to have Chris B help them take 177. They haven't conquered the kingdom in the last 2 weeks. My belief is K-169 is a dead kingdom.
So during these KVKs, everyone has seen you eat mega after mega when you're in the palace. Would you have any advice for us mere mortals? You have a great knowledge of the game, and that much is very, very obvious.
I don't think there is any rocket science to eating megas. The strategy behind it is to try and force the other kingdom's big to send a march that isn't their best. Then have the teamwork to switch your guard quickly and efficiently without exposing the palace. Lastly, refill with extreme precision to get in prior to their big mega landing. Having better stats than the other big doesn't ever hurt either.
Your stats are crazy insane, and I've been using you as a benchmark to push one of my players. Do you have a favourite story from playing the game? Anything that makes you smile about it when you think about it? For me, it's my Amazing Alliance's inability to be able to successfully complete a Night Siege. The guys are smart and strong and well changed, but we fucking suck at Night Siege. Megalodon did a recording of us all and put the Benny Hill theme tune over the top. It cracks me up.
The big 229 versus 221 fight makes me smile. It was a big David versus Goliath. I was big, but 229 was the original Monster Kingdom. That fight makes me smile even though we lost. And the everyday mistakes we all make. During the Chris B fight, I accidentally left the throne during one of their triple megas, and it wasn't mega'd for about 30 seconds. You can laugh after it happened, of course. And lastly, the messages I receive on Facebook from all the people that enjoy watching me and K33 play. It's humbling to know so many people choose to see how K33 plays.
You really do have a big fan base and massive support from all over. I think all of us YouTubers have tried to include 3-3 in our videos at one time or another. You're great fighters and very, very entertaining to watch. It's been great listening to what you've had to say, and I'm sure everyone else is going to enjoy listening to it too. It's been an absolute pleasure. Is there anything else that you can think of that you would like to mention?
No, I've always tried to be approachable in the game and on Facebook. I'll answer any questions. Most of the time, very lightheartedly.
It's been lovely having you anyway, and thank you very much for answering all of my questions.
Thanks for the questions and good luck with the video.
And there we have it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed listening to Girliznoone. I certainly enjoyed asking the questions. Yeah, I learned a couple of things. I don't know about you guys. And I really, really loved listening to somebody else's stories. Reality TV is a huge thing, right? We're all nosy buggers, really. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. As always, I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much to Girliznoone for sitting down and doing the interview with me. It was absolutely epic. Yeah, hopefully get some more interviews under my belt, but that is my main one that I really, really, really wanted to do. So I'm just pleased with that. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Have a lovely, lovely day. As always, take care. Bye.